What's your name?
Angelo.
Angelo what?
Michelangelo. Look, I'm just trying to graft a few bob, all right? Or would you rather I was out mugging old ladies?
You need permission.
Oh, leave him alone.
You'll have to wash it off.
What with?
Yeah. Let's pay a brigade.
Sierra Oscar to Sierra Oscar 800 receiving, over.
Sierra Oscar 800 receiving.
Richard, customer at Keyboard's music shop using stolen credit card. Are you anywhere near? Over.
Yes, I'm in the shopping precinct. On my way. Out. Shift it.
You show him the pork pie and tell them all about it. All right, love. Mine, there you go.
Say hello to Twinkle.
What's he done then? Eating the mayor's budgie?
Prisoner's property. Look after him, will you?
Do what?
Well, Ted writes you just banging up the owner for breaking bail.
Well, couldn't you take him round the kennels?
It's absolutely chocker. Look, I'll owe you one, all right?
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to do with him?
Well, I don't know. Look, ask Alec Peters. He'll help you out.
Oh, dear. Look at the legs on that. That'll keep you busy for a couple of hours. Eh?
We've kept him waiting as long as we can.
Excuse me, sir.
All right, that's enough.
Well, Christine should get it, she's damn good.
Yeah, but Bramshill are also looking for a good fly half.
Oh.
And last night I heard there was a young fellow by the name of Radlett who's also applied. Yorkshire County player.
Yes?
Oh, sorry, sir.
It's all right, Alec, come in.
Mrs. Conway's just brought this in for you, sir.
Oh, subtle hint, Derek. My wife just leaves mine on the doorstep with a note.
I forgot it this morning. It's my monkey suit tonight, Stu. Saved me going home to get changed. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah.
Is it a black tie job? I hadn't realised. I better get hold of Maureen.
You ought to train her better, sir.
Yes, obviously.
He says he stole the credit card in a burglary. Graham Road.
Well, check it out with Marshall. We'll get 2 for the price of 1 there. Good work, Richard. Stick him in cell number 2.
Right, sure.
What's happened here?
Oh, that's Twinkle, Mum. He's twinkled all over my floor.
Excuse me, Mum.
Check the rosters, let me know if there's a problem.
Oh, what time will you be leaving, Mum?
The usual, why?
I just thought you might be popping off a bit early for the do.
What do?
Inspector's knees up. I expect you'll be swinging from the chandeliers tonight.
No.
Life and soul of the party, isn't she?
Don't blame her ducking out of that one. I mean, she'd be a real rose amongst the thorns, wouldn't she? Sort of booze ups they go in for.
The Duke's Head, Walker Road. Landlord having difficulty with customers on premises, over.
We'll take it.
Okay, Norika. Have one for me while you're there.
I didn't think you'd be interested. You know what these dudes are like?
No, I've never been invited to one.
What's that racket?
It's all right, sir. It's Twinkle. Just getting him some dog meat.
Councillor Clifton's arrived, sir.
Right, I'll be right there, Mum. I apologise, Christine.
Turnham, what's happening?
Disturbance at the Duke's Head, ma'am. I'm backing up Datta and Ford.
Why?
Sergeant Peters told me to take the pand in case the girls got into trouble.
They're not girls, Turnham, they're officers. I'm sure they're quite capable of handling the situation. After all, the Duke's Head is hardly a spit and sawdust saloon.
No, ma'am.
You've got a beat of your own to cover, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Then do it.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can we have you out, please, gentlemen?
Come on then, darling, let's have them off.
Now then, you have been warned. These ladies are going to take everything down.
Keep your grubby little hands to yourself.
Will you all go now?
Just finishing our drinks.
Let's go and have a slurp, my lovely. Come on.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 181 receiving disturbance at the Duke's Head pub. We need assistance.
Assistance? Let me give you some assistance, my lovely. Come over here.
Oscar, on your bike.
Oi, less of that.
Here, let's try your hat on.
Assistance as soon as possible. Give me that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, not it.
I've double
checked. The credit card was stolen from a house in Graham Gardens 3 months ago.
I know. Chummy Lascelles has given us chapter and verse.
He had the credit card in his hand when I nicked him. He did the burglary.
Didn't. A man called Dixon's already put his hand up to it. He was sent down 3 weeks ago. That burglary is written off, Sarge.
No way. Can't be.
We talked to DC Carver about it. He lifted him. He claimed the clear-up. 40 other offences taken into consideration in court. That was one of them.
That's impossible.
There's some monkey business going on here.
The file's closed, Sarge.
Oh, God, they're going to love this upstairs, aren't they?
Stood there like tits in a trance, the pair of you. I mean, what do I pay my rates for?
Could I have your name, please, sir?
Giles. Giles Trevelyan. Look, I'm getting married tomorrow.
Congratulations.
But don't get cocky with me. I've got to get home.
Not until we've finished with you, sir.
Damn wogs.
Pardon?
My rates and taxes pay for your wages, darling. Don't you forget it.
Would you like to rejoin your colleagues and wait for the van? You too.
I mean, what are they doing sending around a couple of females to sort something like this? Should have had you round in the first place. He put the fear of God into them.
It's a bitch.
Isn't it just?
3 weeks ago, a Mr. Henry Dixon was sent down for burglary, including 40 other offences taken into consideration.
That's right, sir. I nicked him.
Very impressive. 40 clear-ups all in one fell swoop. Makes the books look very good.
They were checked carefully, and they all had his mark on them.
All of them.
What is this?
A youth named Tate has been arrested in possession of a credit card. He says he stole the card in a burglary. One of the burglaries your man Dixon claimed to have committed.
How do you mean, sir?
I mean that two individuals who'd never met each other, to our knowledge, both say they committed the same crime. One of them, Dixon, is doing time for it. The other is sat in our lockup. And we have an almighty cock-up on our hands. Or worse.
Well, maybe Dixon sold the card and this bloke Tate bought it in a pub.
He burgled it, along with a watch, a radio. He knew the whole kit and caboodle.
All right, Alec. All right. It seems clear that our man Tate definitely committed the burglary and your man Dixon didn't.
I don't understand, sir.
No, but you can see how it looks, can't you?
Sir?
You persuade this villain Dixon, who's on a hiding to nothing, to cough up to an additional offence. He's sweet in court, very cooperative, and you clear your desk of one of your unsolved crimes.
If you're suggesting that I fitted him up...
I'm asking you how this extremely embarrassing situation came about, how you managed to drop us in it.
Look, I can assure you...
It's not me you're going to have to convince, Carver. We could have MS-15 crawling all over this station because of this.
Look, I'll check my papers. All I can think is...
You do that. Every one of them. And let's hope we can avoid them pulling you apart. Because that would put the kibosh on a very promising career, Carver.
You've no damn right to drag us in here. The Roy at the Duke's head started it.
I'll take him apart.
I'd be careful what you'd say if I was you, sir.
Oh, don't threaten me.
Leave it, Jerry, leave it.
You're pathetic.
This whole thing's just got out of hand. If the landlord had been a bit more cooperative, this wouldn't have happened.
We discuss that with the magistrate, sir. This way, please, gentlemen.
But you can't lock us up.
If you don't mind.
You officious little twat. I could buy and
Off
sell
we
you
go,
and...
sir.
You ever had one like this before, Cass?
Yes, sir, up north.
How did they deal with it?
MS-15 came up in a van and took away every crime file in the station. Super had kittens. DCI took early retirement. What's Mr. Brownlow say?
I haven't told him yet, so keep it to yourselves.
This is a different kettle of fish, sir. It's obviously a genuine mistake.
On the face of it, yes.
An old lag like Dixon does so many jobs he'll never remember where he is. One drain pipe looks much like another at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Very convincing, Cass.
She's right, sir. Just look at the MO. 3 o'clock in the morning, up the drain pipe. Sellotape gloves, no prints. All Dixon's trademarks.
Hardly an original approach, is it? Straight out the cat burglar's handbook.
All I can think is he must have made a mistake. He'd been at it for 2 years, all over the manor. 40 jobs. He must have misremembered.
Or somebody primed him.
No way, sir! Dixon volunteered! He was reeling them off. Look, why should I try and fill another clear-up with 39 sitting on the table?
Yeah. 39 other jobs. What worries me is what we're going to find when we start lifting the stones on them.
Well, perhaps I should visit Dixon in the nick.
No! Don't go anywhere near him. You go through those files with a fine-tooth comb. Any more that look iffy, I want to know.
Fool. Maggie, look about tonight. Something's cropped up.
That's all right. I'm working late with Mr. Conway. I won't be through until 9:30, 10 myself.
I still might have to cry off. Look, I'm sorry.
Oh, terrific. You're not standing me up again.
You know how it is.
Yeah. Just forget it.
No. Look, I'll try and get it sorted by 10. I'll be in the office.
I think her ladyship's right. The job shouldn't send nursemaids to hold you girls' hands every time we go on a call. Two teas, gorgeous.
We're not asking for that.
Sounds like it to me.
Oh, you'd have sorted it single-handed, would you, Rambo?
You women get the same wages, you should take the same stick. Am I right?
Yes, Quinnan, we do, and more besides.
Yes, Mum.
Can I see you two in my office?
Yes, Mum.
That dog's howling the place down. Could you do something about it?
Yeah, well, I was just
Now,
gonna...
please, Quinnan.
Yes, Mum.
Just keep this to yourself for the moment, Alec. If Mr. Brownlow gets wind of it, the balloon will go up.
What's the formula, sir? I've charged the lad, Turnham collared, with fraudulent use of the credit card. Now, do I charge him with the burglary or not, sir?
No, not yet. Let it stew for a bit. How are we going to get out of this one, I do not know.
Do you believe Carver?
I prefer to. He's a good lad. Mistakes happen.
All sorts of shenanigans happen.
Now, here we've got a problem.
Sir?
I have just had a very unpleasant phone call.
Well, we're trying to sort it out, sir. I've spoken to Carver and now I'm just waiting for Mr. Burnside.
Carver, is he involved?
What exactly was this phone call, sir?
The landlord of the Duke's Head is threatening to make an official complaint.
Oh?
We really must have more backup before sending female officers into situations of this kind on licensed premises, Delic.
I did send support, sir, but Inspector Fraser decided it wasn't necessary.
Oh, did she? Well, I think it might be a good idea if you pop down and had a word with this landlord chap, see if you can conciliate Delic.
Yes, sir.
He's chairman of the local Chamber of Commerce. I can do without official complaints about cock-ups on my patch.
Right, sir.
What's Carver got to do with this?
I was thinking about something else.
Nothing serious, I hope.
No. Nothing to concern you, sir. Procedural hiccup.
I'll leave you to talk to the landlord, then.
Yes, sir. Straight away.
We asked the men to leave. They refused, and then the furniture started to fly, Ma'am.
I called in straight away then.
But not before?
No, Ma'am. We didn't think it was necessary.
Well, it all happened so quickly.
These things do.
Sorry, Christine, can I have a word with you in my office?
Sir?
Are you the two young ladies involved in the fracas of the Duke's Head?
Yes, sir.
Made a bit of a dog's dinner of it, didn't you?
We did our best, sir.
About 20 minutes, Christine.
Right, sir.
Sir, I've managed to dig out the records of Dixon's TICs. I thought you might like
Give them to Carver, then.
Well, of course I will, sir, but I just...
Don't bother me with it now. I'm too busy sorting out WPC's cock-ups without worrying about CID ones.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that.
Oh, have you now? Of course, you're a famous have-a-go girl, aren't you? Perhaps they took a leaf out of your book.
I don't think so, sir. I think they were simply responding to the situation as they found it.
What the hell's a storno for, then? Decoration?
It's not always possible to ask for assistance, even if you think it's needed.
Now, that is a load of cobblers.
With respect,
With
sir.
respect, Marshal. You're talking about two officers walking into a boozer full of drunks. Now, you ask the wettest recruit down at Hendon what to do in that situation, and they'll say send for the van, not pussy around with two girls.
As I say, each situation demands its own response.
And in this case, it's the wrong one.
If those
That's enough, Marshal. Look, I know what the situation was. I've been down there and had a look for myself. Now, the bottom line is you do not put yourself at risk. You don't need to, so why do it? But never mind about all this women's liberation. What happened to common sense? Come on, Cass.
Come in.
Marshall wants a word with you in the collator's room. She's got a printout for you.
Right.
Look, about this cock-up over the burglary, the lad with the credit card?
Who said it's a cock-up?
Mix-up, then. I just thought if you wanted to have a talk about it.
I've heard enough about this one already without you sticking your nose in Turnham.
Okay. It's just it makes no odds to me who claims the body, that's all.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm getting skinned over it. I can do without being patronised by you.
Oh, come on.
I mean, we might not all have letters after our name, Turnham, but I do this job by the book.
Don't lose your rag with me.
So you can keep your smug smile to yourself. And don't go mouthing off about this all over the station, right?
I'll tell Marshall you'll be down.
I think I've straightened out the landlord, sir. I doubt he'll be putting in a complaint.
Good. Now, the point is, how do we avoid this happening again? I understand that you stopped PC Turnham rendering assistance, Christine.
I didn't think it was necessary, sir.
Well, you were wrong, weren't you?
I disagree, sir. We're too short on the relief as it is. I can't send out backup to every call.
I understand that. But when female officers are called out to incidents of this kind, we need to take precautions.
I don't follow you.
Christine, there has always been a gentleman's agreement that the girl shouldn't be exposed to this kind of situation without backup.
That's not something I've agreed to.
I appreciate your concern that female officers should be treated the same as their male colleagues. I support you in that. Where it's practical.
With respect, sir, it's not a matter of practicality, it's a matter of law.
I'm sorry.
We'd be in breach of the provision of the Sex Discrimination Act if we operated such a gentleman's agreement, wouldn't we?
Oh, come on, Christine.
You know as well as I do that any situation can get out of hand. It happened last week with Melvin and Stamp outside the Flag. It's an occupational hazard for all of us alike.
Well, I'm going to have to look at this and try and devise some procedural arrangement without, as you say, Christine, discriminating against the female officers.
Right, sir.
OK, thank you. Thanks, Christine.
How do you want to handle this one, sir?
Well, I think a diplomatic word with the duty sergeants would be appropriate.
Right.
Look, Sarge, Carver dumped him on me.
I'm not interested, Quinnan. Find somewhere else to put him.
I've rung Battersea, right? I've tried the local kennels. I've wasted hours on that dog.
Get on the blower to Battersea again. Tell him it's a priority. Alec, you've got 10 minutes. Oh, sir. Just the man. Cell 2.
What about it?
So what do I do with him, sir? Do I charge him with a burglary or what?
No. Just charge him with the fraudulent use of the credit card. The other one will sort itself later.
Will he get away with it?
No, it'll go back to court. They'll reopen the case. He'll get his comeuppance later.
Well, where's that leave Carver?
With a lot of paperwork to sort out. Look, we'll get there. Look, this fiasco down at the Duke's Head.
Oh, no, that's not down to me, sir. No, me and Bob Cryer, we sent Turnham down there as soon as we got the shout. Yeah. Well, Inspector Fraser, she put the mockers on it.
Yeah, well, Inspector Fraser is rightly sensitive to our attitude towards the WPC.
Oh, hold on, the girls don't mind. I mean, they wanted backup.
Yes, you did right. The Chief Superintendent Brownlow is anxious not to allow this sort of thing to happen again. He'd be very grateful if in future any similar situations would be, well, adequately policed, if you catch my drift.
I see, yeah.
So you'll have a word with the other sergeants, eh?
Oh, I'll get on to that tomorrow as soon as possible.
Right, thank you, Alec, thank you.
Mr. Abercrombie, Alec, solicitor to Mr. Giles Trevelyan.
Oh, yes.
I believe you have my client incarcerated in your cell, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. He had a rather long liquid lunch at Duke's Head this afternoon. I believe he's getting married tomorrow, sir.
I'd like him bailed, please.
Oh, yes, we can't leave the lucky lady waiting at the church, can we?
I've told Peters, so it's straightened best we can for now.
Right, sir.
But I need that report on my desk, 9 a.m. Now, I'll see Inspector Burnside, and I'll discuss it with Mr. Brownlow tonight.
Sir? Will there be an inquiry?
You're off the hook. Don't worry about that. The inquiry will make us all look like prize wallies, if I can convince them it was a genuine mistake.
Oh, it was, sir.
Come up against any more double bookings, have you?
No, sir. I've checked them all.
Well, check them again. And when you've done that, do it once more for luck. Don't ever do that to me again, Carver. All right?
Carver. Ah, Margaret. Look, I'm not going to be able to make it. Well, what about Saturday? Oh, Maggie, look, don't be like that. Look, I've been dropped right in it here. Margaret.
There is another ticklish little problem come up I'd like to talk to you about, sir.
What's that?
Night, sir.
Oh, good night, Carver.
Good night, sir. Enjoy the party.
Oh, thank you, Christine. Oh, by the way, good luck with your application at Bram's Hill. I hear there's stiff opposition.
Really?
I'm sure you'll do very well. We need more women officers in the top ranks. Keep us chaps on our toes, eh? Anyway, good night. Good night, Christine.
Night.
Oh, still here.
Just off.
Have you got the rest of those Dixon files?
Yeah, they're on my desk. I left the coffee machine on. Switch it off at the mains when you finish, will you?
All right. Cheers.
See you in the morning.
Yeah.
Going anywhere interesting, girls?
Down the boozer.
Oh, well, why don't you go then, eh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It's a mean old scene out there, though, isn't it, eh? Never know what you're going to find.
You winding us up, Dave?
No, I'm only having a laugh.
Oh, a real comedian, aren't you?
Not exactly subtle, were you?
Oh, come on, I've had my leg pulled times enough. If I had my way, they wouldn't let them girls out the station.
Oh, come on.
No, straight. I mean, look, if you had your back against the wall, who would you rather be teamed up with, eh? Man or a woman?
Depends on the man. Cuts either way, doesn't it?
Always make both ends meet in the middle, can't you?
Sorry, I was rushing for my bus.
My fault.
Missed it anyway. You couldn't give me a lift, could you?
Not unless you want to sit on the handlebars of my bike.
Oh, no thanks.
Well, night then.
I'll walk with you. It's not safe on my own out there.
Oh, yeah, sure.